Good day, everybody, and welcome to the Ammunation. It's been a while. How
It's
are
been
you
a
tonight?
bit.
With me tonight is my co-host, the illiterate Irving Twin. How are you, sir?
Living the dream. Thanks for having me. Yeah, it
Yes.
has been a while, eh? Been a minute.
Been a minute. I don't know where that phrase came from. It's been a minute. Like when that all of a
Probably.
sudden became in fashion. It's
Uh,
it's been a minute, and it's meant to mean it's been a good long time. I don't understand it.
or or is it like a blue moon? Like it's been longer than it should be, but it's not actually that long.
Yeah, maybe. Blue moons are exceedingly rare. They are rare though. You don't get blue moons.
No, you get like 2 a year.
Blue moon.
Yeah, when the full moon happens twice in the same calendar month.
Is that what they call a blue moon? I thought you meant the
Yeah.
moon was actually red. It was actually blue instead of like.
No, second like so you get one early in the month and then 28 days later it's still the same month and now you have a full moon. Happens, yeah. 2
Oh,
sometimes
okay,
3
fair
times a
enough.
year. Yeah, yeah.
All right,
Once in a blue moon.
it's been a minute.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, we've been busy. I've been busy. I don't know about you. You were supposed to do casual AF last week
Sort of,
with
but not
with
really. Like I
Fox,
was like,
but it
maybe.
didn't end up happening. I saw it because I was at a Milsim event last week, and I saw it show up in my feed. Oh, he's going to do casual AF. I'll give it a watch after the fact. And then I went to try and find it after the fact and it wasn't there.
Yeah, like it was like look, the last few weeks of the summer were really nice. And I think we were just like, you know what? Can't be dropping everything to just do the show with summer so nice like this. So let's
Correct.
just have our end of summer fun and we'll come back when we come back. And I was like, oh, it's not that late. Maybe I'll run a short one. And then
Invited
you know,
Fox and
he dozed off on me, and I looked up and I was like, oh god, it's like 1:30. I'm not starting a fucking show now.
well, you used
So
to do after hours with Irving Twin.
yeah, I used to be a younger man. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
You and me both, brother. I used to be a younger man as well. Speaking of which, yeah. But folks, we're here again. This is Ammunation 60, episode Sitty. And I'm here with Irving Twin, and we're going to go through recent topics, what's been going on in our lives, and we're going to get up to all kinds of chicanery and nonsense. And I hope you stick around. We got a comment already. Comment from Mr. Pox Toxic. We some sleepy old men. Yes, we is.
Yep.
We is. Speaking of sleepy old men, before we get into old, what do you call it? Not old man fitness. What do I call it? Do you even lift, bro? I'm gonna move right on to this topic: the problems with Milsim. So, folks, last week I wasn't around. Last week would have been Ammunation 60, or would have been Ammunation 60. But I wasn't around. I was at a Milsim event up in Minden, Ontario. For those of you who don't know, Minden is it's not far from Bancroft. It's like it's a bit of ways north. It's a 2.5 hour drive from where I am at, and this was the Force Recon Milsim event called Daybreak, and Daybreak is the counter event to the one earlier in the year called Nightfall. And this is like an overnight event. So basically, you play Milsim from the time it starts on the Saturday until the following morning at like 9 or 10 a.m. Got another comment. We got 6 minutes here. Hey, Nick, 6 minutes. Hey, Craig. Hey, Irving and Pox. Good to see you. So Daybreak, I thought it was starting at like 10 or 11 in the morning. So I got up bright and early, like 4:30, to get on the road for 5, to get up there for 8, right? Because I didn't know what traffic was going to be like. I ended up getting up there just before 8. Find out the event doesn't start until 1. I'm like, fuck. So I'm sitting around at the campsite with all the people I'm playing with, the people on my squad. And we're having a good time. I was having a great time just chatting with them and, jibber jabber and that sort of stuff. But this is my first Milsim event, keep in mind. I don't normally play Milsim when I'm doing Airsoft. I do CQB and I do LARP Soft. I go to Ballahack in Virginia and I play in their storyline games, which is like super casual and just a lot of fun. Milsim's very intense. Here's the problem with Milsim from my perspective. Okay, at least as I experienced, having only ever gone to one event. So this is at a place called the Compound up in Minden, and Compound is like this big. I'm going to say it's over 100 acres, but it's like a huge, huge field, and it's mostly wooded. But they got a couple of structures in one part and a couple more structures in another part. They dug out bunkers with sandbags and everything, so it's a really cool field. Lots of really cool places to hide. But what we did was basically we would go bushwhacking. We would say, okay, we're going to go and try and take this area. We're going to go, fight the bad guys. So we were team green. The other team was team tan. And so we go into the woods because we're green.
It's a little on the nose for your team colors.
Well, we were called Alpha and they were called Bravo. Alpha wore green, Bravo wore tan. But anyway, so Alpha team goes we go bushwhacking essentially. Every time we went out, we went bushwhacking. We start walking through the woods, and basically you go through the woods until you hear some movement or hear some talking, and then you crouch down and you get real quiet, and then you shoot at sound. You don't shoot at a target you might see because you can't see anything. It's all fucking wooded. So you're shooting at sound. You're hoping to get a hit, and you hope that when you hear hit, you haven't actually hit one of your own guys, because the problem with Team Bravo is they're wearing tan, but none of them are wearing actual tan. They're wearing multicam, which has tan with some browns and some grays and a little bit of green in there. So when you're looking at it through the woods, you can't tell if it's tan or green or whatever, right? So it's like maybe they're tan. Okay. So anyway, so this is what we ended up doing. And the thing is, you die. You can be healed up once with the tourniquet. Okay. If you die again, your tourniquet's no good. You can't use it again. And you have to basically, if you die, you just sit there. You can't talk. You can't move. You just lie down in the dirt. You hope that if there's a firefight near you, you're not getting hit by, you're not caught in the crossfire between two people who are alive. But essentially, you lie there until your entire squad is dead. And then someone says, okay, we were called GTF, Gentleman Task Force, or Good Time Fellas. It was another name. We were called GTF. So we go, GTF, B2B, back to base, right? And then you get up. You have your red flag on your head. You dead man walking, and you walk back to your base. You get back to your base. You're there for maybe 5 minutes, maybe 10 tops, while you reload your mags, and you go back out and you repeat. So I did this from 1 p.m. to around, I'm going to say 11 at night, where it's pitch black. We went out twice. I went out twice when it was pitch black, dark out, right? And you don't want to use your flashlight because you give away your position to the opposing team.
Yeah.
So you count on your teammates who are wearing nods, night vision. And we had a couple guys on the team who were wearing night vision. And they would go off into the woods with their night vision on. They can see all the bad guys hide in the woods, so they're shooting at them. And the other problem is if you're wearing night vision, you can see if your shots are hitting. And people who are in the dark are like, well, they can't tell if I'm being hit or not, so I'm not going to call my hits. So people cheat a lot at night, right? Anyway, by about 11 o'clock, we come back.
Night vision, faggot. Yell hit.
You said, dude, are you going to call that? Oh, well, you hit me? I didn't feel a hit. Dude, I can fucking see them hitting you, for Christ's sakes. Anyway, so I got hit a bunch of times. I went out there 2 or 3 times after dark. And don't get me wrong, playing after dark is fun because like you're trying to be stealthy and shit. You're trying to be quiet. And when we were playing after dark, we were playing in the town, trying to basically take buildings and shit. And then, but basically, at around 11, I'm like, I fucking can't do this anymore. I'm exhausted. I've walked 20 miles today. Like I checked my Fitbit. I had walked, no, not 20 miles. I'd walked 20,000 steps, which works out to be about 10 miles. I'd walked 10 miles that day. Oh, and we had to ruck all our shit into base camp. So basically I had like a camping chair, all my fucking gear, an extra shirt, like a jacket, so that I, when it went cold at night, I could wear the jacket. And I was so exhausted. I get back to the car. After I'm done, I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to make them ruck my shit out and wait for them in the morning. I'm just going to take it back to the car now. So I rucked my shit back out to the car in the dark. Get back to the car and I'm like, okay, I'm tired. I'll sleep in my car for a few hours and then I'll get on the road and I'll head back home. Well, I can't sleep in the car. I'm trying to get comfortable. I'm lying there for about 30 minutes. I'm like, fuck, I can't get comfortable. I said, fuck it, I'm going to go home. So keep in mind, I woke up at 4:30 and I decided to get on the road around midnight.
Ooh, for a 2-hour drive, 2.5-hour drive.
2.5-hour drive. Dude, I was really tired. I had to slap myself awake to avoid fucking driving off the edge of the road. It was brutal. I'll never do that again. But anyway, I had a great time. I just don't think Milsim is for me. This type of Milsim, this overnight shit, is for me. I much prefer a more casual type of game. I'm a fucking casual when it comes to airsoft, okay?
I don't know. It sounds like all those Milsim guys are fucking casuals.
No, they had a great time, and they were fucking intense, man. They just didn't fucking stop. I'm like, hey, you know what? If this is what you like, then go for it. Oh, except for the cheaters, the people who are cheating. Yeah,
that's fucking.
But this is the problem with airsoft because it's an honor system sport, not like paintball where you can see if somebody gets hit because there's a big splatter of paint. Airsoft, you have to call your hits, and you have to expect people to call their fucking hits, and you're not supposed to call people's hits out for them. Like if it devolves into, dude, I hit you, you're gonna call your hit, there's that kind of shit, then the game just breaks down. So you basically have to suck it up. So if somebody doesn't call their hit, the answer is keep shooting them until they fucking do. So anyway, good times though. If you haven't done airsoft, you might enjoy a game like this. This type of milsim, I think a day milsim I'd be okay with, but this going overnight, this fucking playing for like 18 hours straight, no, forget it. I can't do it. I'm too old. I'm too old and I'm too out of shape. Speaking of out of shape, do you even lift, bro? How's your fitness journey going, my friend?
Actually, fucking great.
Good for you.
So I grabbed this supplement.
What
supplement?
Started
using it, and let me tell you,
testosterone. You taking tea?
If I don't think I should. I think
what supplement are you taking?
Based on what this supplement does, I think if I took steroids, I would like decode the universe. Like,
you know what? What are you doing? Are you doing NMN?
I'm taking fucking creatine.
Oh yeah, creatine. I've been taking creatine forever.
I just started dosing some creatine the past couple of days. Yeah. My workouts are fucking insane. Why haven't I been doing this the whole time?
See, I don't know if I notice a difference because about 20% of the population are non-responders to creatine. But because I weigh 200 and something, I take a double dose. Instead of taking 5 milligrams a day, I take 10 milligrams a day.
Yeah.
I don't take it on non-workout days, which maybe I should just keep taking it throughout the week.
Oh yeah. For guys our age, we have, it's good for us in other ways as well. Even if you're not working out, you should still be taking it. Like everybody 40 plus should be taking it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm in the loading phase still.
Yeah.
Where I'm doing 20 milligrams.
For how many days are you doing 20 milligrams?
Tomorrow's the last day that I'll do that.
How many days did you do 20 milligrams?
Today was the 4th.
Oh, okay.
So every workout since I started, I was like, what the fuck is going on?
That's good, man. You obviously gain some benefit from creatine. I find I don't know that I do because I don't notice an increase in strength. And it's also supposed to make your muscles sort of feel a little bit more pumped because you're holding more water in your muscles. Right. And I don't notice that personally. I have noticed an increase in muscle size, and I think that's simply from working out. Like today, I was like flexing my chest muscles, and I can see them move. I'm like, oh, that's awesome! Like I'm not doing the boom, 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 like bouncing boobies or anything, but I can see my chest muscles moving. I'm like, yeah. I told you that I did the. We haven't discussed this since I started. I did a 3-day water fast. Eh? I told you.
Oh, we were. I can't remember.
We were talking about it in the chat.
Show was canceled. Yeah.
Yeah. So I did a 3-day water fast because I wanted to start a keto diet. And And I figured I'd kickstart it with a 3-day water fast. And I remember you telling me, "Oh, dude, you're going to get angry. It's going to fuck with your system. You're going to lose muscle, all that sort of stuff." I didn't lose muscle. As a matter of fact, when I checked my
Good.
pod, I actually gained muscle. But I lost 7 pounds in 3 days.
My
And
guess was 12.
I lost 4% body fat in 3 days. Now, I don't think I've been on keto since. And it's not a strict keto. Like, I'm not doing less than 20 grams of carbs a day. I'm doing less than 50 grams of carbs a day. So, and then some days, like today, we were out. We went to lunch. I ate carbs today because I was out with friends. I'm like, I'm at a restaurant. I could get something where it was very low carb, but I'm like, fuck it. I'm gonna get a brunch, like a breakfast with eggs and fucking ham and shit like that. And it came with potatoes and sourdough bread and stuff like that. So I'm like, whatever, I'll get some carbs today, no biggie. But yeah, most days I'm eating less than 50 grams of carbs, and
Good.
and I've lost weight. I can tell I've lost weight because my fucking pants don't fit anymore; they're falling off.
Yeah.
So, and I can see my stomach where abs would be. They're not abs yet because I'll be honest, I haven't been doing a lot of ab workouts in a long time. I'm gonna have to start if I want to start seeing abs. But I'm losing fat in the midsection. I can see it. Still have the love handles, but they're smaller than they were. And I'm feeling much, much better. And I've decided to build my own routine out. So I'm using the hypertrophy app. And you're probably going to say it's too low volume, or it's not intense enough. But what I'm finding is without the carbs, I don't have the stamina to do really extended long workouts. So here, I'll tell you what I'm doing. So basically, it's a 5-day workout, and it's a 5-week mesocycle with the 5th week, 5 or 6 week, 5-week mesocycle with the 5th week being a deload week. So on Monday, I do arms. So I do 3 bicep exercises, a tricep exercise, and wrist curls, standing wrist curls with dumbbells. Monday, 3 chest exercises and a leg exercise. Typically, it'll be like leg extensions. Wednesday, 3 back exercises, and then a leg exercise, which will be either curls or glute kickbacks. And then on Thursday, 3 shoulder exercises, with one of them being my what do you call these muscles? Traps.
Mm-hmm.
With a trap, one of the shoulder exercises being a trap exercise. And then my leg curls, seated leg curls. And then Friday, it's arms again. I do 3 tricep exercises and a bicep exercise, and then the standing wrist curls. And then Saturday, Sunday are not workout days.
So you found a way to completely skip leg day.
No, I do leg day. I do legs 3 days a week.
So you never do legs.
What's that?
So you never do legs.
No, I do legs 3 days a week. I do a different leg exercise on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. What are you talking about? I'm doing leg exercise.
I hope it works, because I don't know. The science keeps evolving back around to where everyone always knew that it already was.
Yeah. No, it's just I'm trying it because, I'll be honest, I don't like leg days. So, but I know I need to do leg exercise because I don't want stick legs and a big upper body. At this point, I think I've resigned myself. I'm not going to get a big upper body. I look okay in the Canada Man suit. You saw it, but we got a few comments here. Leprechauns versus the khakis. Woodland warfare. Fuck yeah. There you go. Like wipers in paintball. LOL. Oh yeah, I guess there's people in paintball who cheat where they wipe the fucking paint off. Come on, everybody knows what you're fucking doing. Some book news. On Sundays, I'll be writing books that will be far shorter, cheaper, and occur before events of the first book. 100 to 150 pages versus 550 for larger books. So like novellas almost. That's cool. Do you even lift, bro? Says Costin. Yes, I do.
Hardly.
I hardly lift, bro. See, I knew you were going to be disappointed in my new workout routine. I hate F-Box Toxic and the next 6 minutes, says Costin. So what are your critique apart from me not doing an intense full day of leg exercises?
I don't even know. Like, you look back over like a history of like bodybuilders and athletics and the
Yeah.
things that have led people up to this performance. And then in steps these guys who say, I'm a scientist. Look, here are the studies, these
Yeah.
painfully tiny studies of 40 people where there's like no capacity for proper normalization of
Right.
any factors.
Right.
Everything's, and they say everything you thought was wrong. And it's not. Every time they get new information, they're always horseshoeing back around to what people knew in the, 40s,
Sure.
in the 50s. And it's like, why did you need to do all of this study away from what was working
Well,
to get back to what's working?
I think because they look at modern bodybuilders, and these modern bodybuilders, they all have their own little tricks. So they're like, oh, what's the effectiveness of these tricks? So let's test it. Let's see if they do splits, if they do, push pull leg, if they do, a body part each, like a muscle group each day, that kind of stuff. So they're testing to see if these tricks that people are using are effective. And then, yeah, what they're concluding is that go in and lift consistently, lift hard, and lift to almost failure, right? But I mean, then you got guys like Mike Messner, who's like, do one set, lift as hard as heavy as you can, but do one set. But then you got guys like Lou Ferrigno, who was at Hamilton Comic Con this weekend. I didn't get to see him, but
Cool.
Lou Ferrigno, who basically said, when I first started working out, I was lifting light and working on my technique. So he was still working out his muscles, but he wasn't trying to like lift as heavy as he possibly could. He wanted to make sure he was lifting correctly. And as a result, my understanding is Ferrigno did not suffer a lot of these, injuries that a lot of bodybuilders did, because he basically took his time and he got to the enjoyment of actually lifting.
See, now here's the thing:
what I'm doing right now, you say I'm avoiding leg day. I don't look at it that way. I think I'm hitting my hamstrings, I'm hitting my glutes, and I'm hitting my what do you call it? What do you call these front ones? The delts? Quads. I'm hitting the quads. The only thing I'm not hitting is my calves. But I figure I do a lot of calf exercises just simply by doing compound exercises, right? So you get a lot of calf work when you do squats. You get a lot of calf work when you're doing, like, I know that deadlifts hit the hamstrings, but they also hit the fucking calves because you're stretching them. Calves aren't the same sort of thing where you have to put them under weight. You know what I mean? You can do them on body weight. You can do single leg body weight, and that's enough. And when you figure you're doing stair calf raises on the stairs, you're just lifting your body weight, but that's the same as walking up a flight of stairs. So as you're walking, you're exercising your calves.
Sure.
You're not going to get monstrous calves from just everyday walking, but they're not atrophying if you don't exercise them, is what I'm saying.
Some people will argue calves are pure genetics.
They might be. Because I've seen some fucking jack guys with skinny fucking calves, man.
Yeah. And I've seen some really skinny, out of shape people with enormous fucking calves, right? Like it just, I don't know.
Yeah, I got a buddy of mine. It was a little homo because we were at a cottage weekend with him, and people were moving big stuff in and out of their cars, and he's going up the stairs, and I'm looking, and this is like a year ago when I first started working out and stuff. I'm like, dude, your fucking calves are awesome. My buddy started bugging me. It's like, Craig's in love with Joe's calves, Anyway, I'm like, no, I'm just like, look how defined they are. Look how fucking. And he's like, I guess it's probably because he said when he was young, he only walked on his toes. And I'm like, oh, maybe that's it. And I'm like, why did you walk on your toes? Like, I don't know. It's just how I walk. But anyway.
Well, what if I were?
He says old. Yeah, I'm old. I know. I'm 54. No leaves for old men.
What if I were to tell you that both Ferrigno and Mensner are right?
Yeah.
They're both right.
Yeah.
How can they both be right?
Well, what works for one doesn't necessarily work the same for. Well, I mean, they're both right because they're both going to the gym and they're both working out.
They're both right because the thing that they don't understand, and they're not telling you what all that amounts to, right, is called time under tension.
Yes.
Right? The longer the time the muscle is under tension, is what is building the muscle.
Right.
Right. That's been known for a long time. Right. And that's the thing is Lou Ferrigno and Menser spend the same amount of time in the gym holding the weight. Right. So it doesn't matter if you're doing light weights with many reps.
Yeah.
Or one set of very heavy, but it's taking as long as somebody else's 5 sets
Right.
of lighter weight because you're holding the weight for an amount of time.
Right.
That's what's doing the work. Right.
Yeah.
And yeah, the technique stuff and deeper stretch or hold at the bottom and never at the top. All that is like superfluous. And if you're not doing steroids and aiming to be the largest man in the history of bodybuilding, it's not going to make a difference. It's not going to be a noticeable difference.
Right.
Right. Do the clean technique for a certain amount of time, keep the muscle under tension under time. That's it. That's going to work.
And that's why I go slow on the eccentric. That's why I primarily do dumbbell chest press as opposed to barbell chest press, because I can get deeper down here and I can hold it down here and then bring it up, like explode it up and then slowly bring it back down and hold it. So yeah. Just get a farm job, carry and throw hay bales. Yeah, that'll do it too.
Yeah, like the farmer's walk is an incredible exercise. Like if you're not doing deadlift, if you're not doing deads and you're not doing farmer's walk, you're never going to make it.
What do you mean you're never going
to? You have to do it. Oh, we're all going to make it? Not like that. You have to do deads. And if you're not doing deads, you have to do farmer's walks. If you're not doing farmer's walks, you have to do deadlifts. Like, you just
What do you mean by make it? Make it in what sense?
Oh, so you have a goal, right?
Yeah.
Well, we're all going to make it. But not like that. You do that, you're never going to make it.
Fair enough. Okay.
Hey, and I'm not saying your thing isn't going to work. I'm saying is you found a way to forever skip leg day and say
I'm not skipping leg day. I've got 3 leg days. It's just I'm concentrating on different muscles.
And maybe we'll throw in this.
I'm concentrating on different muscle groups each day. That's what I'm saying. So, fuck you, twin. All right, let's move on. The return of Canada Man. I've got to show you guys something. Check this shit out. So the wife and I and some friends, we went to hold on, I'm gonna share this. Went to Hamilton Comic-Con this today, and who do we see? But everybody's favorite Canadian superhero, Canada Man. Check this out. He's in all his fucking glory. Look at that guy. It's a pretty cool suit. Oh, you can't see it. Why can't you? Oh, there we are.
There it is.
That's a pretty cool suit. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, man.
I like it. He looked kind of angry there. But anyway, he a lot of people stopped him and talked to him, took photos and stuff. So that's kind of cool. Just wanted to show you guys Canada Man.
Yeah, it's got a very classic comic.
His new digs. People said you kind of look like a Canadian Batman. And I'm like, yeah, I guess he kind of does, right? With the black on the gloves and boots and hat and cowl and shit. But I think the black is a good contrast for the red and white, quite frankly. And lots of people called him Captain Canada and Captain Canuck. And of course, he had to correct him. Next 6 minutes, representing with the Maple Leafs. Yeah, so there you go. What does this say? He needs to make the helmet match at least. Well, the helmet, what do you mean? The helmet does match. It wears black. It's a black helmet with a black cape. I'm not sure what Pox means.
Oh, aren't you redoing the helmet for Canada?
I am redoing the helmet. I'm going to give it a job. So this helmet is actually a Red Robin helmet. You know what Red Robin is, right?
No, maybe. I don't know.
It's part of the Batman family. Tim Drake, after he was
Mm.
no longer when he left being Robin, he quit being Robin. He became Red Robin, which is basically he's got a black cowl and helmet mask like Batman, but without the ears, and then he's got a red suit that's reminiscent of Robin. So that's a Red Robin helmet. There's another part to it. There's a jaw part, but when I printed it, for whatever reason, it wasn't fitting the helmet very well. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to omit the jaw part. And then I had this, like, I don't know, not a balaclava, but a hood that I put on. And then that became the under part of the helmet. It needs to be white with a red leaf, nigga, he says. But then it doesn't match the cape. See, I like the idea of the cowl and the cape being like looking like a single unit. You know what I mean? A la Batman. I could do a red helmet, but then you know what? Also, he looks way too much like Captain Canuck, and people were already confusing him for Captain Canuck. So, anyway, I think it was a good looking costume. I'm happy with how it turned out. Kind of dig all the all black helmet. Thanks, man.
Yeah, the black trim it works.
Thank you. I think it looks good too. And the cool thing is, see in his crotch area, there's a fly. There's a little fly on the side. So if I had to take a pee, I could undo the fly, whip my dick out, and take a pee without taking the whole fucking thing off, which I really appreciated it. All right, we'll stop sharing now.
Yeah, I really like how all the costume seems to point directly to the crotch there. That's
it kind of
really
does, doesn't it?
Draws the eye.
It kind of does, yeah. People were looking at my crotch, which is kind of funny. They look at me in the face and then they look down. I think it's just they were just taking in the whole costume. But anyway, people were taking pictures. People seemed to enjoy the costume, so I was quite happy with it. My wife seems impressed with it. So when is the Ontarian going to make his costume and go to Comic-Con?
No idea.
I think I'm going to do Fan Expo next year as Canada Man. That'll be fun.
I haven't been to Fan Expo in a long time now.
Same. I haven't been to Fan Expo in over 10 years, but it's apparently gotten huge. Absolutely,
yeah, it's
huge.
It's super fucking packed all the time. It's like it's not comfortable.
This suit that I wore today was not comfortable at the Hamilton Convention Center. It was quite warm in there. Yeah. And when I took it off later, I brought a change. You want to hear something really stupid? I brought a change of clothes, but I forgot to bring a pair of shoes. So I know.
You get to wear the boots.
So I was walking around in my fucking regular street clothes after I changed with my fucking pirate boots on. It looked quite goofy. We went out to lunch at a fancy restaurant. I walk in wearing my fucking my gray pants, a t-shirt, and my fucking pirate boots. It was quite humorous. Anyway, Canadaman looks evil, like Irving Twin, says RWR Costin. So basically, I went to change after we were leaving, went back to the car, and I brought a change of clothes. I went to change at the back of the car, and my God, the thing on the inside was fucking soaked. It was so wet from all the fucking sweat. Yeah, but I had fun, so I don't care. I probably lost some weight just from sweating.
Yeah. You'd be surprised. I'm down a few myself.
Good for you.
Finally broke under 180.
You know what you're at roughly in terms of weight?
Oh, exactly. I weighed today 178.4.
Good for you. I haven't weighed myself in a bit, but I'm guessing I'm below 230 at this point. Probably 220 something, which is good. But yeah.
No, I'm down from like 187 at about 6 weeks ago.
Irvin wearing a denim Canadian tuxedo, wearing a helmet with moose antlers. This I must see. That would be cool.
That would not be cool. I mean, it would be Canadian, but it would not be cool. And I don't want to be Bullwinkle here.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm already Bullwinkle.
Why are you Bullwinkle?
Well, what to your Canada man?
No,
The
you're
Ontarian is
the
effectively
Ontarian.
Bullwinkle.
You're the Ontarian.
Ontarian is just Bullwinkle.
Fair enough.
I don't want to look like Bullwinkle. That's terrible.
But wait, Bullwinkle was the main guy, and it was Rocky who was like the sidekick.
No. It's Rocky and Bullwinkle. Bullwinkle's a fucking moron. Rocky's the little like
He's the flying
beaver.
Squirrel. Yeah. But
The flying squirrel, and Bullwinkle's the enormous stupid moose who just follows him around.
I always figured Bullwinkle was like the main dude. I don't know why. Maybe because he's bigger. I don't know. Right? Because when you think of sidekicks, you think a smaller person.
Yeah, usually.
Yeah, you don't think of it.
But like,
but then I guess Pinky and the Brain. Pinky was bigger than the Brain.
Rocket and Groot.
Rocket and Groot.
Rocket's the star. Groot's the sidekick.
It's true. But Groot has more heart. All right, folks. Let's talk about the monomyth, the living monomyth right now. Mr. Donald J. Trump's second assassination attempt while he's playing golf at Mar-a-Lago. And then apparently there's been some exposure to some sort of substance or chemical or gas or something at one of his rallies that have left some of his supporters in bad shape. You said blind, like eyesight impaired, and
but there's a lot of like CIA weapons and stuff, like experimental shit. Like
it's true.
Oh, it's infrared lasers making them sick and obscuring their vision. We are Groot.
I used to be 2 Irving Twin, literally, and more, down to low 300s. Good for you, man. Good for you.
Keep it up, buddy.
Yep.
We're all going to make it.
Except for me, because I skip leg day. So, right. That's why you should dress as Bullwinkle. You are a moron, and Craig Bragg is the smart one.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, yeah.
Really, I find Twins the one who's informing me a lot of the time. So I don't know about that. Let's see. Yeah. So, what do you think, Mr. Twin? Now, apparently, you know how the goofy looking nerdy kid who took a shot at him and hit him in the ear in Pennsylvania?
Crooks.
Yeah. You know how he was in a BlackRock ad?
Yeah.
Turns out this fucker who shot at him also in a BlackRock ad. Imagine
BlackRock specifically. Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine that.
He also recruited Afghani terrorists to go fight for Ukraine.
Yeah, I have no, like, the first kid I could say maybe he was an MK Ultra guy, but this guy for sure, he's an asset. He's a CIA asset. They want him dead. They clearly want him dead. I wouldn't be surprised if they did another attempt very shortly. And my guess is bullets. He's impervious to bullets, so they might try and poison him. So let's hope he's like Rasputin, who doesn't fucking die from poison.
Well, I was gonna say to Pox there, who seems to be the master of the AI instrument.
Yeah.
You've got to get the AI to write a song.
Yeah.
Including the line, or at least the phrase, bulletproof spray tan.
Bulletproof spray tan. That's great. Yeah, think about it, right? Did you see him on? Do you watch Gutfeld at all? That show Gutfeld.
I saw that.
Yeah,
he was on Gutfeld in general, but yeah,
I generally watch Gutfeld because I think it's pretty. I find Greg Gutfeld to be pretty humorous, and the other group that are on there are pretty good too. But I think Greg Gutfeld has a lot of charisma, and I think he does a pretty good show.
Is that Kat Timpf a regular on the show?
Yeah, Kat Timpf is one of his regular sort of.
Then maybe I will start watching it because she's just cute as a button, huh?
Oh my fuck yeah! She's pregnant now too. Apparently,
I was gonna say now that she's preggers, her tits are enormous.
Yeah, Tyrus is pretty clever too. He comes up with some good stuff, and then they have a couple of comics on all the time, and they're hit or miss. But no, I like Gutfeld. It's a pretty good show. I don't watch it on Fox. I'll watch the clips the next day on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think here's my take on it. I've said it before. Donald J. Trump is a living monomyth. The universe has decided that there is a story that needs to be told through him, and until his story arc is resolved, he is charmed. He's not going to die because his story arc must resolve. But that's my view anyway. He's chosen. He's chosen by the universe to.
I hope that's true. You know.
Yeah, but we shall see. We shall see. I think if the Democrats, the reason that things are getting so desperate for them is because they're realizing that they fucked up. They should have kept Biden on. They should have continued their playbook of trying to like convince people that, oh, he's not that bad. He just had a bad night. You know what I mean? And they should have kept him on. Kamala is arguably a worse candidate than Biden, by all accounts. They're trying to astroturf her into being, this this person that everybody is so enthused about. Nobody fucking likes her. Did you see the story about how I think it was a CNN or NBC correspondent went out to a bunch of different restaurants? They had to go to 9 restaurants before they found anybody who said they were supporting Kamala. 9.
We didn't actually talk from the debate, did we?
No.
Oh my God. So
yeah.
of course that's because she's deeply unpopular, deeply terrible.
Right.
That debate, the head of ABC
yeah.
is actually the friend of Kamala Harris who introduced her to her now husband.
Yeah.
And the female anchor is her sorority sister.
Yeah, it's bullshit. And like if you watched it, and they joked about this and they, kept saying it. It was basically 3 against 1. They were all going after Trump. But you know what? Here's the thing. You kind of got that vibe going in. And and Trump proved a point. I mean, the amount of times they fact checked him on things that, like, when he talked about the cats being eaten, right? They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats.
Eating the dogs.
They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets. He says, this is what the news stories are coming out. This is what people are saying, right? Online. People in Ohio, people who are witnessing it are saying it. And the guy who is moderating is like, we spoke to the city manager and they said they have no credible reports. Who fucking cares what the official fucking word is? Eyewitnesses are saying it fucking happens. Anyway. Yeah, and they didn't fact check her when she said again something that's been debunked a dozen fucking times.
Strings of lies in a single sentence.
Yeah. Very fine people. He never said that neo-Nazis were very fine people. That's been debunked.
Bloodbath.
The bloodbath fucking comments. Give me a break. They're just, and this is when I made that video a week or so back, when I said things are different. People are no longer buying into this. He's a threat. He's a threat. He's a threat to democracy. It's not landing. The only people it works on are the people who are already in the tank for Kamala or any who, no matter who, vote blue kind of thing, right? Anyway, you have something you want to share here?
Yeah, look, they're gonna have to try at least 9 more, or at least 7 more times.
That's right, because the cats have blessed him with 9 lives. Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's unstoppable, But yeah, that's my thought anyway. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, and more the evidence of Springfield and surrounding areas, it's coming out.
Yeah.
Did you
see on Tim Pool, they had, like, a guy from like 3 or 4 years ago uploaded, or no, it was a year ago, uploaded a video from his phone of cats on a fucking barbecue grill.
Now that guy is coming out and he's like shrieking about how no, basically I made it all up.
The fucking video footage is right there.
But it doesn't matter because it's more and more and more. It's getting harder to deny. People apparently are missing fucking horses.
Yeah, there's good eating on a horse though, man.
Oh,
Ponderosa made some good fucking steaks.
don't make fun of Ponderosa. I miss Ponderosa.
I miss Ponderosa too. Their steaks were actually very tender. I know they weren't horse, but that was the joke, right? But no, I remember Ponderosa steaks were really fucking tender. They weren't always very thick, but they were fucking super juicy and tender.
You properly age any meat, it's gonna be good.
Right, that's why you should. Oh, Bullwinkle. Okay. It's all about pedos scared out of their minds that Trump will put them in jail. What do you think all this Diddy stuff is about? Yeah, you know what? I just saw a picture on X. Guess a young Kamala Harris standing right next to fucking P Diddy.
Yeah. Wasn't there video
You know
of
what?
Michelle Obama?
Show me on the doll where the memes hurt you. Right here in my mangina. That's funny.
Oh, so this is an artist rendition from an actual trial, in which Gavin Newsom, yes, points to the doll and refers to the area as his mangina. This is 100% real.
Get out of here.
This actually happened.
Gavin Newsom said Oh, you're being facetious.
Am I though? Apparently, that might be
talking about
illegal
Gavin
in
Newsom saying
California.
that deep fakes are going to be illegal. Memes are going to be illegal in California. Yeah,
100% real. This is not a meme at all.
it's totally
This
real.
actually, yes, this actually.
I can tell by the skin tone. That skin tone is so fucking lifelike. Clearly true. Oh man, Gavin fucking Newsom. Yeah. Here's another theory. The reason they ousted Biden when they did. What was it? Cossins? PDD stuff is about. Yeah. So here's the theory. Biden, also a longtime pedophile, is clearly losing cognitive control of his mouth. They wanted to get him out of the public eye because they're afraid that in one of his, dementia sessions or dementia episodes, he blurts out that he fucking touches children, and so does Obama, and Michelle has a dick. He's gonna blurt it out.
Michelle Obama was at Diddy's sex party.
I saw her. She whipped her dick out.
She butt fucked Justin Bieber.
Big Mike. There you go. Yeah, that's why they got rid of Biden, because he was going to blurt out. He's going to blurt out all the pederasty.
That Gavin Newsom meme is exactly why my headline is the headline.
Oh yeah, you're a Russian disinformation agent. Yeah. Oh man, can't make this shit up. Speaking of which, free speech infringements on free speech. Bill C-63 set to pass on Monday. It's probably going to pass.
See you in the gulags.
Yeah, you know what? I'm actually looking forward to it.
I bet they'll have a decent gym in the gulag, though. So
that's fine. Yeah, I don't care. Fuck, I'll lift cinder blocks if I have to. I'm looking forward to it because no, I know Candyman won't do it because he doesn't swear. He might call someone a villain, but he won't use epithets. I think the edgiest shit he said was on X a little while back. He posted that Islam is of Satan. Islam is satanic, is what he wrote. I mean, he's not wrong, but anyway, I have a feeling that I'm going to be. I'm going to have a knock on my door at some point, and I'm going to fucking revel in it. I'm going to eat it all up. I'm almost hoping for it to happen. You know that?
I don't know about hoping.
I think this is a hill that I would be happy to fucking die on. Free speech, free express. I would happily die on that fucking hill.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to have to, but
neither do I.
Looks like we're gonna have to.
Neither do I. I don't have like a death wish, but I'm just saying if it came to it, where I had to go on a hunger strike in protest, in jail, because of something I said online, I would do it. Anyway, that's just me. And I'm crazy. Now, folks, moving right along, it's time for...
You say you feel trapped in a man's body.
Well, sometimes I get the menstrual cramps real hard.
Why do you say you feel trapped?
Oh, it's on loop. Oh,
in a man's body.
Sad. It's on loop.
Well, sometimes I get the menstrual cramps real hard.
True news, everybody. It's time for Troon News. You been paying attention to what's going on in the world of the Troon?
Pay attention or don't. They're going to throw it in your face.
It's true. I wanted to share something that I found on X. It's quite disturbing. I will show it to you right now.
We're going to have to... we're going to watch the whole thing.
Sorry?
You preface this while you're searching for it. Danielle Smith in Alberta?
Yeah, so Danielle Smith in Alberta, for some reason, sent one of her what do you call them, cabinet members to basically a re-education or what turned out being a struggle session about sensitivity. And
sensitivity training.
Sensitivity training, yeah. So I want to share this with you. If you haven't seen it, it's pretty fucking disturbing, but it's also quite heartening, uplifting, whatever. That this woman basically stood her ground. I'm very proud that she did, or happy, satisfied that she did. How about that? I'm gonna go full screen so you can see it, and make sure we got the audio going. Make sure. Let me know if you can or cannot hear this. Hear it?
I've got nothing. You're not sharing.
Oh, hold on. This is what okay, they've changed something. And sorry, guys, 1 sec. For some reason, in StreamYard, now when you share something, you have to actually add. I have to add it to the stage. Now, when you share something, I should have to add it to the stage. But when I share something, it should just go there.
It's so you can put it on the back burner and do it whenever you're ready.
Makes sense. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, I guess I could actually set a whole shitload of stuff up and then add it later, right? That's something I should do. That'd be smart. All right. And you should be able to hear this when I start playing it. You can see it already, right?
I'm going to throw it over to Victoria now, and she'll just touch on a little bit more about that.
Hi, Jennifer. I really want to thank you for meeting with us today and taking the time to try to signal that this is more of a priority for you.
Absolutely. Delighted to meet with you all.
Yeah, thanks for having us. Before I would ever say, though, that this was a productive meeting and be counted to the list of contacts that you've reached out to in the queer community, I have to know a few things of where you sit. Will you state on the record right now that trans women are women?
Please pause.
I've never been asked that before.
Okay.
This dude's voice is deeper than mine. Okay, go on.
I know. I was gonna do a quiz. I'm like, which one's the troon? And I think it's quite fucking obvious, even without sound, you can tell.
Will you say that on the record right now?
No, I want to have some time to think on that.
Okay, well, that's me. Have a great day. And I will be speaking out against this meeting because you are clearly not ready to have this. So I'm not going to be added to the list of meetings that you are going to have with people where you say, well, I met this person and this person, because no. You can't say I've had these consultations and use that as justification for you to work your way back into caucus, which is why we know you're really here. This only happens. This meeting is only happening because you're on Twitter, in the Twitter sphere, and people are debating whether or not you're going to be led back into caucus, and Premier Smith is debating that. And so you need to do some PR work. And I'm not going to be your Band-Aid. I'm not going to be your pink washing. Unless you can tell me right now that you believe that I, as a trans woman, right now, right here, am a woman, then we don't have a lot to work on here. You want to talk about listening to the community? If you can't start with that basic foundational principle that we are who we say we are in our bones, then I don't think we're on the same page for working forward.
In our
So I'll give you one last chance. Are trans women women? Will you say that on the record right now?
Victoria, we can disagree on things and
Not on that.
still
Not
be-
on my identity. No. Not
and
on
I
that.
can still care
No.
about you, even if we disagree.
Wonderful. But I will be speaking out against this meeting 100% if you can't say that right now, because I'm not going to have you add my name to the list of meetings that you've had to show that you're, quote, doing the work, because you're not doing the work. The work is the inner work. You're learning the outer work. You're learning what you're allowed to say in public and what you're not, so you don't get in this situation again, because you got caught saying what you really thought.
Did you hear what that said?
what you're allowed to say in public.
No, that last part. You got caught saying what you really thought, as opposed to lying about what you think. This is the premise. They don't want people to speak the truth, and they expect people to lie about reality, lie about what they believe, in order for them to accept you, because they know they're lying about themselves, they're lying about reality, and they're lying about what they know deep down inside is true. So if you're not going to do what they're doing, you are a bad person. You are their enemy. You must commit to the delusion that I'm in.
You must
you're
take part
bad.
in my fantasy.
That's right. You must commit to the delusion that I have. That
If
I've
you don't
chosen.
take part in my fantasy, I can't get off.
The idea that she said that came out of her mouth, and it didn't even cause her to pause and think about what she just said. I'm saying you got caught saying what you really think. Yeah. Or what you really believe. Yeah. Because that's what you should do. You should say what you really think. You should say what you really believe. And anybody who advocates for the opposite of that, is a villain, is a bad person. And they deserve none of your fucking respect. If they say that it's a virtue to lie, it's a virtue to speak out and say things that you know are not true or that you do not believe, you're a bad fucking person. You're of the pseudos. You're an agent of the devil.
What's this dude's problem?
And you did think that, but you haven't shown that you've changed. Because if you can't respect us, then how can I work with you? If you don't believe.
And that's the thing. You only respect us if you say that you believe in our delusion. You can't, like, I can't say, look, I respect your belief. I respect your right to have that belief, but I'm not going to take a part of that. Well, now you don't respect me. I respect you fine. I'm allowing you to believe what you want to believe. That's like saying to a Jewish person or a Muslim, saying, "Look, I'm Christian or I'm atheist or whatever, and you're entitled to believe what you believe." If the Christian all of a sudden turns around and says, "No, you have to believe what I believe in order for me to show me respect," that's horseshit. I respect your right to have a religion. I respect your right to be delusional. I respect your right to chop your balls off. I respect your right to have fake boobies put on you. But I don't, it doesn't mean that I approve of those things. It doesn't mean that I'm fully embracing those things. That's a you problem. That's a you something you have to deal with. Not something I have to deal with. Sorry. You want to say something, Twin?
Oh no, I lost my. I was going to say that's what Muslims do.
Yes, exactly. They'll chop your fucking head off if you say no, I'm not Islam. Or
Believe that I am a woman sitting right here.
You're not. You're not. Look, those fucking cheekbones tell me you're not a fucking woman.
Right now. How on earth are you saying that you're working with me?
Jesus Christ. It's like saying, if you don't believe in God, how can I talk to you? I'm atheist.
Hardly.
Well, I believe in God, and if you don't believe in God, I can't talk to you. Okay, that's going to convert me. That makes sense. Exclude me, vilify me, turn me into a pariah because I'm not accepting what it is you believe. You're not affording me the right to believe what I want to believe.
What work have you done then if you can't start with, yes, Victoria, you are a woman?
Can we disagree and still respect each other?
No.
Yeah, there you go. See, this person on the left, she's fucking perfect with her responses. I disagree with you and still respect you.
Well, goodbye.
Goodbye. Oh, it fucking drives me bonkers. I'm going to remove this from the stream. Do you want me to go back at anything, or can I remove from the stream? Twin? I lost Twin. Sorry, man. What happened? Where'd you go?
My camera and mic are acting funny, and I guess I got booted to the backstage.
Oh, no worries. Is there anything you want me to scroll back through so you can discuss it, or can I stop sharing it?
Well, I mean, you're talking about how you're going to revel in when they come to your door. Like, she should have taken the moment here and been like, will you take the time to say trans women are women right now? She just said, no, obviously not. I stand with Riley Gaines. Like, that would have been the best response right there.
Yeah, I don't know why this person was removed from caucus. I don't know what they said online, but obviously Daniel Smith's office said you got to go to this thing. And you know what? I would expect. Now I don't know. Did Daniel Smith speak out about this particular person and how they were going to be going to training, or did somebody
no
in
idea.
staff do it? I haven't heard. Imagine doing show prep. Yeah, imagine that. Eh? Fucker. What's this dude's problem? I don't even respect their right to believe it, to be honest. You know what? Like, I pity them. I pity that they've bought into this delusion so hard, and then exclude me harder, weirdo troon guy. But yeah, I don't mean, I mean, it could be the drugs talking, but I'm very animated about this. Just the phraseology that came out of this thing's mouth. No, you were caught saying what you believe. This fucking boggles my mind. You did believe it, and you still believe it, so you're a bad person. Well, that's just like your opinion, man.
You're a bad person for having convictions and sticking to them.
Yeah, exactly. What are you, religious or something? Anyway, it's crazy, and I'm very appreciative of the person's response. Well, no, the fact that she said I'll have to think about that. She should have just said no. You're right, but obviously she's in politics, and maybe she does genuinely want to think about it because she's never thought about it before. And I'm glad that as she pressed her on it, she became more sort of like, well, that's just the way it is. And I still respect you, even if you don't, even if, well, you can't respect me if you deny my identity. I didn't deny your identity. Your identity is, first off, identity is a complicated topic because it's not one thing. It's not what you say you are. Identity is 50% of your self image and 50% of what other people view of you or agree about you. It's like if someone calls you an asshole and you say, well, I'm not an asshole, that's really not up to you. Whether or not you're an asshole has very little bearing, has very little to do with your own opinion of yourself. An asshole is a label that other people ascribe to you. The same way a woman is a label that people ascribe to you based on certain immutable characteristics that we all recognize and have recognized for all of human history. It's crazy when I see Charlie Kirk, talking to a bunch of fucking university students, and he asks them a simple question: "What is a woman?" And they act like it's a fucking trick question. They act like, "Well, I can't answer that." Why don't you talk to someone with media training? No, it's not a trick fucking question. You don't need media training to answer a very simple fucking question. And the fact that not one person there said adult human female, is surprising. You got to think there's somebody with a fucking brain in their head studying biology, going to university. but yeah, it is what it is. And that's true news, folks. I hope you enjoyed it.
Wonderful. Oh, Jonathan Yaniv is out again.
Oh, really?
This time trying
we
to
haven't got
threaten
Irving's
that.
oddity. Jonathan Unive? What, out of
Yeah.
jail? Were they in jail? Was he in jail?
Yeah, for a bit. And then now he's dropping N-bombs on, is her name Drea Humphreys from Rebel News?
Calling her the N-word?
Oh yeah, hard R and all. Like, yeah.
No
it's
shit,
fucking
eh?
wild. Like, to her face on camera. Drea Humphreys is there with her camera.
And now, is
And
this
this-
Humphreys person a black woman?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. She's a
I
young
thought she was just
black
I
woman.
thought
Like,
she was just throwing the N-word to as people do it.
no. If I'm not mistaken, her name is Drea Humphreys, and she works for Rebel News. And like you say, oh, young black woman. She's a kid. She's like 20.
That's hilarious.
And yeah, Jonathan Yaniv is threatening to get his dog to bite her. And
Dude,
then yeah.
you were in jail for having a fucking taser, and now you're saying I'm gonna sick my fucking dog on you as an act of assault. The thing is that Jonathan Yaniv would realize that their dog got put down, and they wouldn't fucking care
No.
because they don't fucking like that dog. They don't love that dog. They have no affection for that dog. That dog is as much a part of their fucking costume as anything else. Yaniv got out. Yeah, I guess Canadians don't put perverts in jail for very long. From trying to entice minors to pool parties to dropping N-bombs, interesting flex. Yeah, and brandishing a taser. That was the other thing. Tasers are illegal in Canada. So if you have a taser, you're in possession of a prohibited device. So,
which
yeah.
I disagree with that in principle, but
Me too.
whatever.
Me too. I think, as a matter of fact, like I think if you're going to disarm the citizens of like having guns, you should at least allow them to have self-defense items that are non-lethal, like the Berna gun. Have you seen the Berna CO2 pistol?
No.
It shoots capsaicin balls. So basically, they explode on impact, and you get pepper spray in your fucking eyes. Basically, it's pepper powder all over your face and in your eyes, and they'll drop anybody who fucking hits them, unless you're wearing a gas mask or something.
Right.
But they're really cool.
Tasers illegal for, because this is Canada. You're not allowed to defend yourself.
Yeah, Canadians aren't. The Canadians are allowed to defend themselves because self-defense isn't even a right as much as it is a biological imperative. So, and most times when Canadians do defend themselves, the court sides with them. The problem the police eventually, the problem the police have is basically if they come upon a scene where somebody is injured and somebody is not, or less injured, and they don't know how things happen because there are no witnesses, they assume that you have assaulted. So laws are written in such a way that you can't have items that can be used in an assault. So tasers, pepper ball guns, fucking mace, all of these things are illegal because they could be used in an assault. Therefore, their possession is considered to have intent to assault. That's why they're prohibited. That's how Canada views these items.
Which is fake and gay, but
It is
really
fake.
the real problem is you call the police, they come to your house, they see your door's been kicked open, and here's an injured dude on the floor, and they arrest you anyway.
I blame your French roots. Yeah, it could be. Fucking frogs.
Equalité, fraternité, égalité. But they arrest you in your own home.
Yep.
If you've managed to hurt the guy, right? For breaking into your house. Especially if you used a weapon. even if that weapon is whatever household item was at hand.
Right.
If it's a broom, it's a kitchen knife.
Somebody has been
Well-
assaulted. You were the one who assaulted them. You admit to us because you called us and said, "Hey, a guy's coming into my house. I'm going to try and stop him. Get here, please." By you telling them what's going on, you've admitted to assault. And they don't care what the circumstances of the assault are. That person who broke into your home, they're going to be charged with breaking and entering, which is like a summary conviction. I don't even think it's considered an indictable offense, but it might be.
Of course it is. Yeah.
Is it an indictable offense?
That's a home invasion. That's home invasion. It's a higher charge for sure.
Home invasion is different from breaking and entering, though.
Yes, I was in the house when you broke and entered. That's home invasion. Yeah.
Right. But if your defender or your lawyer can make the court accept that you didn't know they were in the house when you broke and entered, then you should have your charge only be breaking and entering, especially because I was a victim of a vicious assault. I would not have gone in there if I'd known someone was home because I don't want to be assaulted. I just want to steal things.
You can't be the victim of a vicious assault.
Burglar. You poor would-be burglar. Yes,
yeah, I know.
We will give you less of a charge. We will give you less.
And so you now, the victim of the home invasion, who have successfully defended yourself, will in fact be in and out of court for the next 3 years, probably the most expensive 3 years of your life.
Forget about him. He messed up when P. Diddy album starts playing. T-Sips. Good seeing you, T-Sips. Thanks for popping in. That's hilarious.
P. Diddler, yeah.
P. Diddler, yeah. Fuck, man. You know what? I think I have a feeling. You want to hear my conspiracy theory?
Hit me.
P. Diddy was an Epstein basically operation, just like Epstein was a CIA or Mossad plant or whatever. P. Diddy worked for the CIA. And because Donald Trump is committed to basically undoing all of the evil satanic shit going on with the elite in Hollywood and the elite in Washington having sex with children, because he's going to do away with that, they're like, we need to get on top of this now, because all of the material that he has on everybody that we've held him to blackmail over this time will come out if we don't arrest him before Donald Trump takes office, and we don't make sure that none of this evidence ever comes to light.
Well,
they're getting in front of it. They're getting in front of it so that by the time Trump gets into office, the case is closed and everything's taken care of. And maybe Diddy's assassinated. Maybe, he suicides himself.
Yeah, I can imagine. Well, I mean, they put him on suicide watch already, right?
Yeah.
The Big Mike Capes. Yeah, see, I'm not the only one.
Capes. That's why they killed Joan Rivers, man. She called it out. She called out Michelle Obama for being a tranny, and she fucking died less than a year later. I mean, she was already tragically old, but you know what? Like, same thing. I think the same thing with Cosby. They went after Cosby because he told black kids to pull their fucking pants up. He's like, don't try to push against our fucking operation. We want the kids to be thugs. We want black people to be thugs. They need to be thugs in order for our operation to go forward. If you teach these kids to become responsible, then it's going to ruin everything. That's my thought.
I don't know. I don't think he was a good guy. Like, I'm not sure he was a rapist, in that sense.
He gave women apparently the date rape drug, and his story was every one of them took it willingly. I didn't fucking spike their shit. I gave it and they took it.
No. So hold on. I don't know that it was the date rape drug. I thought it was Quaaludes. That basically what happened was he said, would you like to come upstairs, do drugs, and fuck? And they all went, okay. But now that he's given her the drugs, it's rape.
I see. Okay.
Right. Like that's
Quaaludes. I thought it wasn't the date rape drug, right? It was Quaaludes because that's what they fucking took back in the fucking 70s.
Yeah. That shit was wild.
Quaaludes are
You
just
saw
down.
Wolf of Wall Street?
Quaaludes just like fucking. They make you like not comatose, but they make you super fucking relaxed, right? That's what they are. They're downers.
Like I said, you seen Wolf of Wall Street?
No, I've not.
Oh, you should watch that just for the Quaaludes scene.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
You
hooked
could probably
on
pull it up on
downers.
YouTube and share it. It's fucking hilarious. Oh my god.
I'll have to watch it. You know what I have been watching a lot of lately? House. You ever watch the show House?
I've watched the whole series of House like 4 times now.
Really, you like it that much? I
Yeah.
see, because I just saw it, and I see the little clips in my YouTube feed, like little House clips, or like 20-30 second little clips of like one of his little pithy diagnoses or patient interactions that are supposed to be humorous or whatever. And I'm like, okay, I got to check this out because apparently it's very fucking good. Everybody likes it. It's very popular. And I start watching. I'm like, okay, yeah, no, I understand the appeal. And after about 3 episodes, I'm like, okay, so this is a very formulaic show. This is very simple. There's not a lot of meat to this. There's a lot of character, but not a
Yeah.
lot of personality. There's a lot of like demeanor, so to speak. And then I watched episode 21, and it showed the sort of he's in it. He has to give a lesson for a guest. He has to be a guest lecturer. He's
Yeah.
giving a lesson to the students, and he's talking about a patient presenting symptoms with their leg, and it comes out that he's talking about his own case.
It's 3
And
cases,
just-
and one of them is him.
3 cases. One of them is his. Yeah, that's right. And the thing is, you see, they put so much development in, like so much backstory into that character in that episode that I'm like, okay, all right, now I'm invested in the motherfucker. Now all of his behavior makes sense.
Starting to understand him a little bit.
Starting to understand who this motherfucker is and why he's not just an abrasive professional doctor who's a know-it-all and gets under people's skin and is strangely compelling and attractive for some reason, even though he shouldn't be. Everybody should hate him, but deep down inside, everybody loves him because of his competence or something. I'm like, that's a pretty lame character. It's but then they did this, and I'm like, okay, I get it. I see who he is. I see what he is. I see his hero's journey, so to speak. So I don't know how many seasons there are to this show, but
8.
I'm on season 1, right? There's 8.
Okay.
I'm
And
intrigued.
season 1, I can't remember. Have you been to his house yet? Have you been to his home?
Yes. Yeah. What's her name? Dr. Cameron showed up.
Okay. Did you see the front door?
I might have, but I wasn't paying attention. What's
Okay.
on the door?
So his name is House, right?
Yeah.
And his apartment is 221B.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
He's Dr. Sherlock Holmes, right? Like that's the whole show, right?
Holmes as in house, yeah. House
Yeah.
as in, yeah.
I'm pretty sure they named him for
Well,
that.
you know,
Named
and
him
here's the thing.
221B.
It's a very detective type of story. I know it's a medical drama, but it's also very much a detective story.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
very clever. That's very clever. I didn't pick up on that. That's awesome. Yeah, so I'm invested in this now. And I was gonna write it off as just being, fucking this is fucking normie TV that makes the normies think they're fucking deep and shit. And then I'm like, okay, I get it. I understand it now. It's actually pretty fucking good for network television. We got some more comments. What characters? This is the show House, with the what's his name?
Hugh Laurie.
Hugh Laurie of Blackadder fame. He was fucking great in Blackadder. He plays Dr. Gregory House, who's a diagnostic. He's chief of diagnostic medicine at a teaching hospital in New Jersey, I believe.
Princeton Plainsboro.
Princeton. That's right. And and he has a very Sherlock Holmes sort of style of doing this job. And every episode, there's somebody presenting with symptoms that are completely out of the ordinary for their demographic group, or and they have to try and figure out why are they presenting these symptoms. Could be this, could be that. And he's got a team who works under him, and there's lots of interpersonal tension between all of them, and they're all actually pretty well acted. You know what I mean? They're all actually pretty, and they play pretty important roles too. But yeah, Great show. It's no fucking Breaking Bad, but it's a great show. Fuck me. Blackadder is vastly underrated. Yes, he was great. Which was Blackadder the Third? I think it was Blackadder the Third, where Hugh Laurie plays the fucking Daft Prince. He's fucking hilarious as the Daft Prince. And Blackadder is like his manservant, but he's like brilliant. He's like super smart. Anyway, and Baldric is just Baldric. Yeah, I think that was Blackadder the Third. Anyway.
Yeah, House is fun until you realize that it's just another part of the. We all know about the military-industrial complex, but I'm going to remind everyone of the Hollywood pharmaceutical complex.
Yes.
Look how cool it is to be addicted to opioids.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's true. They're trying to destigmatize opioid addiction. Yeah.
Look, he just dry swallows 2 pills at once. Look at him go.
Yeah. Wow.
Isn't he cool?
That's true. Yep. You know what I will say about the first season, though? You know, Chi McBride playing the investor who comes into the hospital, and that little sort of story arc that took up like the middle third of the episodes, or
Yeah.
I think that was the weakest section of the season, because to me it seemed very far-fetched. Like the idea that I'm giving you $100 million, that means I'm coming. Not only am I on the board, but I'm the head of the board of directors for this hospital. Dude, you know nothing about fucking medicine.
Yeah.
The House sequel where he ODs on fentanyl perks. We call it Crack House. He ends up he opens up a drug den after he finally gets fired from the fucking hospital because for his shenanigans. He ends up going in a real downward spiral, and he opens up a fucking drug den, and it's called
there's
Crack
no such thing as a diagnostician.
It's called Crack House, and and people come in, and he fucking diagnoses their addiction. He's like, "Oh, you need Percocet," and he gives the Percocet. It's not even that they're sick or anything. He's just like, "Oh fuck, I can tell what kind of high you're used to. Here's your perks. Here's your fucking oxycodone. Here's your hydromorphone." You know. The answer to every case is
Naloxone.
Naloxone. I don't know what naloxone is.
That's the anti-OD fucking. It's an EpiPen for ODs.
Oh no shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's like in Pulp Fiction where they fucking stab the heart with the adrenaline.
That's straight up adrenaline. Naloxone will counteract a lot of overdoses, in particular for opioids, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Right? No, House is a good show. I like it. That was part of your oddities, but for whatever reason,
That's all good.
I want to move on. And this
I
might
can
be
still enjoy it knowing what it is.
Yeah, this might be a little bit past due, but I think it's still relevant.
Oh, that's so disgusting. Oh my God, that's the worst thing I ever heard in my life.
Pager go boom.
Oh yeah.
You heard about this shit, huh?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's fucking wild.
It's interesting. I remember, was it you guys who were all panicked about whether or not they could just do this to any phone ever?
Well, that was the immediate thought, right? That, well, fuck, if they could do it to a pager, they could do it to a phone, because those phones, you know, like.
So these
heard a lot of
pagers
shit about how the CIA's got back doors in the phones.
Sure, but these pagers were intercepted and booby trapped.
That's what I heard. Yeah, that led me to go, oh, okay, not so bad then.
Yeah, like, okay, so you've got a phone in your pocket with a lithium-ion battery. Now, I don't doubt for a second that there is a way that someone could remotely hack it. That would, if that was the message on the pager when they all went off, that would have been fucking awesome.
Fucking hilarious, yeah. Sorry.
Oh my God. I don't doubt for a moment that my phone could be remotely hacked by someone
Oh, absolutely.
and have my battery like overclocked to the point of venting.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't explode.
No, it would catch fire.
It would vent, yeah, and it would just spray heat,
Mhm.
you know, very possibly towards my groin. But like, have you seen some of the pictures of the damage that was done?
I saw a video footage of a guy in a fucking grocery store, and his fucking pager was in, I guess, his like briefcase or whatever. He had like a satchel he was carrying, and it just blew out the bottom of it.
Yeah, and like, or like, there was someone was on the toilet and the fucking ceramic is shattered. Your venting lithium ion battery cannot do that. There is no
No.
way that someone could make
This
your
was a
lithium
little
ion
bit
battery
of
do
like
that.
this was a little bit of C4 or some other type of
Yeah. Some kind of plastique, yeah, like
and just they sent a signal to it, and it activated, it fucking set it off. That's fucking brutal. Now, what people are saying is Jews are now engaging in the country of Israel is engaging in terrorist acts. And
yeah, but that's nothing new. Like, I mean, it's two groups of people who have been doing terrorist acts on each other basically since they both existed. Since before they both existed.
right, but I guess there was the illusion that Israel was like they had legitimate military forces running defense for their country. But that's all out the window now. They're just being blatant about it. It's like, fuck it, no. This isn't like one guy we sent a signal to his pager to blow him up because he was a high asset. We sent it to fucking thousands of them, and not just in Hezbollah, not just in what do you call it, Libya or Lebanon, but in fucking Syria and in Iran and everywhere else. So, yeah, I heard some guy in fucking England, his pager exploded. So, yeah, it's fucked up.
I mean, you got to ask yourself this: who the fuck is using a pager?
Terrorists, criminals. Yeah, because the idea is you use a pager, you got a signal that says call whatever number or whatever, and then you go to another phone that you know isn't being tracked, and you fucking call from that phone.
Yeah, and it is much harder to track messages over a pager than say modern smartphones and everything, right? Like, but sure. Like I don't look again. I don't know. I'm not siding with Israel because I'm an intellectual, but I also don't side with Hamas or Hezbollah because I'm not a fucking animal.
Was it right? Like the reason that they hate the Jews is because of their religion. Islam tells them to hate the Jews. This isn't national conflict because of ancient history or not ancient history. It's not conflict over resources or border or territory or anything like that. It's a conflict of one people hating another people and determined to destroy those people. It's in their fucking holy doctrine. When you have that in your holy doctrine, and your holy doctrine advocates for you to lie to people about your own belief system, it says you should do this. They have a phrase for it called taqiyya. Your religion is a religion of Satan. That's all there is to it. Your religion is satanic. And I mean that as the euphemism. I don't mean it as the physical devil with the fucking horns and tail and shit. I'm saying satanic it is an evil religion. It is an evil worldview. It is a completely reprehensible belief system worthy of nothing but contempt.
Well, if it draws you away from Jesus.
But even if it doesn't draw you away from Jesus, it draws you away from the truth, which you would say is Jesus. But what I'm saying is truth is goodness, falsehood, deception, coercion, all these things are evil.
And Allah is the greatest of deceivers, according to Allah.
Really? Where does it say that?
It's in the Quran.
No shit. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
then he's okay. So
Yeah, and according to the Christian faith, the great deceiver is the devil.
Right, the great deceiver is the devil. And if Muhammad wrote down that Allah is the greatest of deceivers, then he's the devil.
You know how sometimes we talk about making a country?
Yeah.
You ever watch Mad Men, or you've seen the Mad Men memes where there's John Hamm standing in front of the board and he's pitching?
Yep.
Okay, just imagine this.
Okay.
John Hamm pitching. Citizenship test, but it's just eating a bacon cheeseburger.
That's good. That's good. But again, if you were, let's say you're a Muslim and you're living amongst the infidel, and you have to try and convince them that you're not a Muslim, the Quran says that it's okay to lie about your belief system.
So
you
that's
can eat that
actually
bacon
not
fucking sandwich.
No, that's actually not permitted by Taqiyya. You are not
Really?
allowed to deny being Muslim. You're allowed to lie about what that means. And you still have to follow the rules, including not eating bacon.
Okay.
Yeah, so
You have to lie about the nature of Islam.
sure. Like basically, and it's mostly lies of omission.
Like saying it's a religion of peace.
Yeah.
When most of its history is bloodshed and fucking war.
Literally all of its history is bloodshed and war.
There was a couple. There was a short time when Muhammad apparently was finding himself and was all fucking peaceful and trying to spread the word of Allah through peaceful means, and then eventually he said, "Fuck this shit," and took up arms.
It's because he at first didn't have an army. Once he had an army, that all went out the window. And no ideology or religion has killed more people than Islam. Since 622, it's like 663 million people have been killed.
Yeah, that's more than communism. So there you go.
Yeah.
Anyway, folks, check your pager for explosives, and that's today's Jews news.
Wild.
It is wild. Oh, you know what? While we're here, let's move on to Pox Toxic's Toxic Takes. I want to share with you a beautiful song that was shared to me by Mr. Pox Toxic. It's pretty catchy, so I hope you like it. So one moment.
Imagine doing show prep.
Shut up, Pox, you douche. Imagine me having a live stream and not boomering it.
We can dream.
I know, right?
You ain't shit.
See
1975.
that? You ain't shit. This is fucking fire, man. One sec here. Now, I don't believe this was made by Mr. Pox Toxic. I think he's just sharing it. I love the imagery.
You know I don't fuck around. Ooh, motherfucker. I will beat your ass down. Ooh, down. Beat your bitch ass down. Fuck you. Keep pushing. You fucking up. Keep talking. I will fuck you up. You ain't shit. You ain't shit. Oh, no, no. You ain't shit. You ain't shit. You ain't shit. You ain't shit. Oh, no. You ain't shit. You ain't shit. Oh, oh. You know I don't fuck around. Well, I will beat your ass down. Oh, no. Beat your ass down. Fuck you. You're pushing. You fucking love. Keep talking. I will fuck you up. You ain't shit. You ain't shit. Oh no no. You ain't shit. You ain't shit. You ain't shit. You ain't shit. Oh no no. You ain't shit. You ain't shit. You ain't shit. You ain't shit. Oh no no. You ain't shit. You ain't shit. You ain't shit. You ain't shit. Oh no no. You ain't shit. You ain't shit. Oh fuck yeah.
I
Beautiful.
really appreciated how there was a number of forearm shivs and cunt counts. That was very good.
I just like how the afros were perfectly fucking round. Every single one of them was just a fucking perfectly round afro. I'm like, that's awesome.
Well done. Well
Very,
put together.
very good. Very good hard archive. You ain't shit.
Hard archive.
And thank you, Fox Toxic, for sharing. I really like that.
I just got that. I had read it a number of times, and then it wasn't until I heard it out loud.
What's that?
Hard archive.
I just got that too. That's fucking awesome.
Hard R.
What in the autism spectrum did I just hear? You just heard "You Ain't Shit" by the Hard Archive. Fucking hell. Gotta love you some jazz. All right. What else we got to talk about today?
Oh, I mean, we could talk about, I don't know, teachers in Toronto.
Oh, let's do it. Yeah, that's that. You know what? That was under your oddities. I know you wanted to talk about that.
Oh, I don't know if it's an oddity. This is just something wild. I mean, it sort of goes hand in hand with Jews news, really. So teachers organized...
oddities. Go ahead.
Teachers in Toronto, TDSB, organized a field trip under the guise of, what is it? The Grassy Narrows, First Nations Indigenous Reserve or something, and the problems that they're having. And then they end up going fucking somewhere where there's an anti-Israel protest and take the kids and have them fucking chanting,
Pro-Hamas
like,
shit from the river to the sea. Jesus Christ. Yeah, we need to get teachers out of the fucking schools. We need to change, completely overhaul our education system, not just in the United States, but in Canada too. It's fucked up. Play the Sailor song, Epler. Okay, I'll play that one too. Song that keeps you pimp hand strong. That's right. All right. Yeah, that's insane. It's absolutely insane that this is what we fucking see. Now, I'm glad that it got out. Like it became, people became aware of it, because otherwise, you know, most times you wouldn't fucking even hear about this shit.
But apparently this wasn't even like a switcheroo on the fly. It was planned in advance. Like, I got to tell you, when I was a kid, I was told on this field trip, we're going to go to McDonald's.
Yeah.
And I was so excited because my dad hated McDonald's. He liked Burger King. So we always end up going to Burger King and never McDonald's. Yeah. We get down there and the teachers notice there's a Licks and they change their minds. They're like, no, we're all going to Licks. I was like so fucking outraged. Can you imagine they change your whole field trip and now you're protesting on behalf of terrorist organization instead of getting McDonald's?
Yeah. That is fucking horseshit.
Yeah, talk about,
like, you know what? Here's the thing. Like, Licks makes a good burger.
Not when you're a kid.
But when you want McDonald's, you want McDonald's. Did you guys ever have like play day at fucking school?
Maybe, I don't know. What?
So basically, play day was they basically took. So your classes were like split up into your morning and your afternoon, and you had your lunch hour, right? Well, they took like the last 30 minutes of the morning class and your lunch, and then the first 30 minutes of your afternoon classes, and they gave you a 2-hour fucking extra long recess, lunch recess, and it was called play day. And instead of eating your lunch in your fucking classroom at the desk and then going outside to play, You went straight outside to fucking play. And then they pulled up a fucking table and those big yellow and red fucking canisters full of the orange drink. And they brought you fucking cheeseburgers or hamburgers from fucking McDonald's. So basically, it was a 2-hour lunch recess where you play most of the time, and then you just go up and get a fucking burger and eat it. Like, this is awesome. Yeah, that was fucking high. That was grade school for me. They
Oh,
did
we would have hot dog days. I think they gave up on the McDonald's at some point.
No, they brought us.
Where you get a
they
hot dog
brought
and a
us
bag of chips.
cheeseburgers. They brought us a fucking shit ton of cheeseburgers. It was good. Yeah, play day, man. That's what they called it, play day. Whoa. They're teaching children about destroying Israel? Based.
Except they're not teaching children about destroying Israel. They're teaching children
rib, y'all.
about siding with Hamas, which
Yeah.
is not better.
No. We just concluded that it's satanic. I mean, but Jews have horns, so maybe they're satanic too. Who knows?
Well, I just, again, you can tell, like, man, Jesus is real because they hate him so much.
It's true.
So much.
So true. Oh, you removed it. Okay, cool.
Oh yeah,
Let's play Pox's other song. He wants us to play it. So
Sailor Song.
Yeah, the Sailor Song. 1 sec here. Is it Ghoul? It's not Ghoul Rod. Which one was it?
Was it the one that I picked out of the two versions, and you actually went with my choice?
I don't fucking remember that one is. Send us a link in the chat there, because I don't know which one it is.
Because every once in a while, someone will come up to me and go, "This one or this one, A or B?" And I'll go A, and they go, "Okay, B."
I don't know what I mean, he's put a couple of fucking new songs up, and I haven't listened to them all, unfortunately. Sorry, man. But yeah, I need to know which one you're talking about. If it's in our chat already, if it's the last one in your chat called Ghoul Rod, I will put that one up.
Now he's loving this this new toy.
Oh, fucking Suno?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like it's an instrument, and he's learning to play it really, really well. It's wild.
Yeah. Yeah, he's managed to put together some cool songs. He asked me today if I have Grok or Grok or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah, Grok.
And I don't have it. I know I can get it. He's like, yeah, I'm thinking I might spend $8 a month for it. I'm like, yeah, I don't know, man. There's just too much good free AI out there. I don't really want to pay for it right now.
No, but Grok is actually free.
You got to pay for it.
Yeah, but it's free. The others are chained. This one costs money, but it's free.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Free in this, it will tell you whatever the fuck you want it to tell you. Yeah.
And it's a smart ass.
Is it really?
Yeah, like it said, oh, isn't Dune just like a ripoff of fucking Star Wars or something? And it's like, or is it a cheap ripoff? It's like, actually, it's an incredibly expensive ripoff. The ripoff itself was not costly, but building the time machine to go back to before Star Wars was made to copy Dune, right? It's like, oh.
Okay. So this is called Ghoul Rod. It's genre is horror, psychobilly, ghoul. So let's give it a listen. I have not heard this yet, so
Through the midnight haze, chrome and steel in the ghostly blaze, with a twisted grin and a heart of dust, riding hard fumes and rust. Hard ghoul tearing through the night, revving engines, a ghastly sight. Wheels on fire, bones in the back, shifts and screams on the moonlit track. Grease-stained hands decay and rot, eyes ablaze with the thrill of the hunt. Gravel flying, the asphalt screams, a hunger rising, tearing at the seams. Hard ghoul tearing through the night, revving engines, a ghastly sight. Wheels on fire, bones in the back, chasing screams on a moonlit track. In the rear view, a ghastly glare, fading faces lost in despair, heartbeat pounding, metal and gore, a dance with death, craving more and more. Hard rock cool, terror through the night, revving engines, a ghastly sight, wheels on fire, bones in the back, chasing screams on a moonlit track. Ooh. So if you hear that engine roar, run like hell, don't look for more. A hot rod ghoul on a deadly chase. In this cursed night, you'll vanish without a trace.
I have some questions about this poem too, right? Like, if you like this song, but you want like a cooler or a bigger bridge or a wildly different bridge, can you take this song and tell it, no, just add a bridge here without changing any of it? Right? Like, is that possible? Is that how that works?
I'm not sure. It's got like the interface for Suno is basically you tell it a genre you want. You say, here are my lyrics. You paste the lyrics in. Or you say, make some fucking lyrics about this subject matter. You say, make a song about a rat eating a taco. And in the style of rockabilly or fucking punk rock or whatever you want, industrial, house, it'll go, fine, got it, boom, and it'll make you a fucking song about a rat eating a taco in that genre.
Because I'd like for it to be like more tweakable specifically. Like, not yet, but they're adding stuff weekly. He says, okay,
It's called
yeah,
it's called Suno, just SUNO 6. If you go there, you can play around with it. I've made a few songs, and there's a really good artist who exists on Suno called Sweet Potato Jenkins. Man, he's fucking solid. I fucking love his shit.
Sweet Potato Jenkins.
He's like, I didn't stand that white boy with a broken bottle. Some other docky. My next step is figuring out some editing software. Yeah, like GarageBand or something like that, right? Irving, yeah, but they are adding stuff weekly. Okay. You can add a bridge, but it makes a new song each time. Oh,
see, I don't want it to make a new song. I want this song plus a bridge, right?
Yeah,
and then say, no, change the bridge, like, and leave the rest of the song the same. That would be ideal.
Okay, I'm gonna
basically like the way you would write a song. No, that bridge is weak sauce, man. You got to do a better bridge. Come on, Giancarlo, you got to do a better bridge.
I think this is mine. Let me see. Yeah. I made a few of these. All right, so Twin, just so you can get an idea of what we're talking about here. Where's Suno? Here we go. So this is the web page. So you click on create. Okay, no, I don't need you to tell me. You click on create. You say song description. You say punk rock. No, I don't want to do punk rock. A country song about
bluegrass,
a city mouse
eating a
taco.
Country bluegrass. Include the term bluegrass, please.
Okay. Eating a taco, a bluegrass song. All right. A bluegrass song about a city mouse eating a taco. And you hit create. There's a couple more down at the bottom. City Most Taco. It's called Banjo Lively Bluegrass. So it's taken a while to create it. I could hit play now, but then I'm listening to it as it's being created. I'll wait till it's
No. Yeah, let it finish. In the meantime, maybe I can share something that I thought was kind of funny, kind of interesting, right? It's just this little comic that somebody drew here. It's like, schools, notice dress code strictly enforced, right?
kid
And
with a
there.
gun in his backpack.
Oh, but look, it's the black kid being accosted over the dress code for his
Scrutinized for his dreadlocks. Yeah, whereas the
or his
white kid,
braids.
with
The-
long
oh,
hair.
the white. Oh, school shootings. Ha 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 ha. But then I also have this image. Look, school shootings 2023 by race, ethnicity. Oh.
That's right.
Oh.
Well, the reason for that is they count any incident in which more than 4 shots are fired as a school shoot within a certain range of a school. They consider it a school shooting.
Huh.
So if you're in an inner city, right, and a block away from that inner city school, there's a gang fight going on between 2 sides and more than 4 shots are fired, they call that a school shooting.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's what that's what I understood. Yeah, you can put your own lyrics in. You cannot mimic specific bands. That actually will deny it. Say no, you can't do that. Invalid phrase. All right, looks like it's, you know what? Let's play City Most Taco. I'm gonna start. Am I sharing this yet? No, I'm not. I'm sharing yours.
You are not. Yeah, I was sharing.
Right. So here is. You know what? I want to do this.
The interface.
There we go. So as you can see, I put in a bluegrass song about a city mouse eating a taco, and it spat out 2 versions of the song called City Mouse Taco. There's one that's 3 minutes and 30 seconds, one that's 4 minutes. Let's do the shorter one first.
Let's do it.
City mouse ran through the night, found a taco bit just right. Spices dancing on his tongue, cheese and sauce, oh how fun. Chili peppers being so bold, city lights, streets of gold. Crunchy shell, it's a treat, savory, the city's beat. City mouse, eat that taco, little paws, don't let go. In the city, flavors bright, tasty taco, pure delight. Neon signs, streets aglow, city mouse won't let it go. Every bite a fiesta loud in the city's bustling crowd. Late night munching taco spree, city mouse so wild and free. No more cheese from countryside, in the city taste won't hide. City mouse, eat that taco, little paws, don't let go. In the city, flavors bright, tasty taco, pure delight.
Okay, that's good enough. Let's listen to the other one.
City mouse ran through the night, found the taco bit just right. Spices dancing on his tongue, cheese and sauce.
It's the same song. They just changed the
Same lyrics. Yeah.
Chili peppers being so bold, city lights, streets of gold. Crunchy shell, it's a treat, savory, the city's beat. City mouse, eat that taco. Little paws, don't let go. In the city, flavors bright, tasty taco, pure delight. Neon signs, streets aglow, city mouse won't let it go. Every bite a fiesta loud in the city's bustling crowd. Late night munching taco spree, city mouse so wild and free. No more cheese from countryside, in the city taste won't hide. City mouse, in the city. Flavors bright, tasty taco, pure delight.
Look, Taco Mouse superior to Pizza Rat. Just saying.
Thank you. I didn't mind that song. I don't know which one's more bluegrass. I think I like the second one better.
Yeah,
The
it's more
female-
little
female
more
vocals?
upbeat, faster. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know I don't know what bluegrass is, to be honest. I don't know what differentiates it from other country, other country.
a banjo.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah,
Had a
pretty
banjo
much.
and it's fucking bluegrass.
Yeah, and what's great is when you can bluegrass anything. Like, there's a bluegrass band that does all the Metallica songs
Oh no shit, eh?
with a fucking banjo, and it's what's that? You know, the washing board.
Oh, the washboard, yeah.
Yeah, think of basically all the instruments you might find in Appalachia.
Okay, cool.
That's bluegrass. Yeah,
So the diddly bow and shit like that.
the jug.
The jug. Yeah, I keep seeing these videos. They show up because sometimes I like watching crafting videos, and I keep seeing these videos about people making diddly bows out of fucking like tomato cans and a stick and a fucking guitar string. And basically, it's one string, and you twang it while you run a slide along it, or you can run an actual bow like a fiddle bow kind of thing across it too. But yeah, you can't do much with it. You just get slightly different variations of the same note, but
It's an
it's
erhu.
probably a good accompanying instrument.
Oh
Pox
my
says-
god, it's finished.
Which one?
Bulletproof spray tan.
Where?
Where?
Share it with me. I want to fucking play it. Did you make it?
Song's done.
Okay, we'll share it and we'll listen to it.
Christmas song about how Santa doesn't bring 9-volt batteries to the hood. Chime, chime, chime goes the ceiling dove.
Links in group chat. Oh, okay. I thought you made it.
Who, me?
Yeah, no.
No, Pox. He's the AI maestro. He knows how to play that instrument. I wouldn't.
All right, cool. We're gonna share this. This is another song from Suno from the awesome creator. What's your creator's name? Techno Phonograph? No, that's me. I don't know who it is. Anyway, okay. We're gonna share this. One moment, please. Hold on. Fucking boomering it up. There we go.
Spray tan savior. All right.
Woke up in the land of the brave, where dreams collide and the hope will fade. Got my shades on tight, the sun's shining bright, but I'm armed with more than just a smile tonight. With my bulletproof orange spray tan, I'm standing tall, taking a stand. Gonna fight for love, gonna fight for peace. Saving America, won't let it cease. With my bulletproof orange spray tan, I'm standing tall, taking a stand. Gonna fight for love, gonna fight for peace. Saving America, won't let it cease. In a world of gray, I bring the glow. Color in the chaos, let the good vibes flow. With every step I take, I light the way. Unity in every shade, let's seize the day. My bulletproof orange spray tan, I'm standing tall, taking a stand. Gonna fight for love, gonna fight for
now what we have to do, create a montage of awesome Donald Trump images. Right.
I want to send this to somebody and have them make a fucking music video and let the music video go viral.
Hey, there's enough epic images of Donald Trump that we can just montage it for 4 minutes and then post it and share it with Donald Trump.
With laughter and courage, we'll break the mold. Together we'll shine, our future bold. With my bulletproof orange spray tan, I'm standing tall, taking a stand. Gonna fight for law, gonna fight for peace. Saving America, won't let it cease. With my bulletproof orange spray tan. So here's to the dreamers, the fighters, the free. In this colorful vision, we'll make history. With my bulletproof orange spray tan.
Fox is saying,
We'll build
between the group of retards here, we could probably make something decent. I mean, just with our collection of fucking Donald Trump memes and those shots, actual shots from Butler, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, you're probably right.
It would just be wild.
I'd like to see an animated, cartoon. If someone could do fucking Trump anime style, I know they've done a couple of Trump animes. They did an anime style Trump, like DBZ kind of fucking theme, with his fucking blue suit and red tie and shit. If they did that, where, fucking he's flying through the air and there's just fucking lines streaming by him. I would love to see that. A video, like a cartoon music video for that fucking song. That would be awesome.
No, do the charge up scene where he gets angry and starts screaming at the sky, and there's a Michael Bay camera spin while he fucking,
yeah,
aura in flames. Yeah.
It would work better with a JoJo Trump strutting around. JoJo's
Bizarre Adventure.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. That's what I was gonna say. What was the name of that fucking book? Anime? I've never watched JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I should fucking check it out.
Me neither. I'm told it's incredible, but
I hear it's really good too.
But every season is like a different generation. It's like a
really?
mantle that's passed down through family. Oh, yeah.
That's kind of cool.
So it's a different JoJo.
That's hilarious. That's kind of cool. I like that.
Like the Belmonts.
Yeah. I told you I started watching Demon Slayer a while back, eh? But I had to stop after. This is the problem I have with a lot of anime, I should say. Not some anime, a lot of anime. They get you really invested in the main protagonist and his quest or his story. And at some point in the first season, they have to introduce an outrageously over-the-top, ridiculous character. And I don't know why, but it seems to be the formula that they have to follow. And you're meant to put up with this fucking horrible character, and maybe he's supposed to be like a juxtaposition of the serious nature of your character, make him look more competent, make him look more stoic or something. I don't know, but they always do this. But in Demon Slayer, they brought in this character who was so fucking annoying. I'm like, I can't watch this anymore. I cannot watch this fucking show. And I had to stop.
Check out Pox's next comment there.
It's somehow the most gay yet most hetero anime ever made. Which one? JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
Yeah, but I have a challenger for that.
Okay.
Gurren Lagann. The most gay yet the most hetero.
That's another one I haven't seen.
Gurren Lagann.
What's the premise behind that one?
So humans have been living underground for generations now, and they're not even sure why anymore. And then they go above ground and they find out.
Ed? What are they putting?
They find out why they were living underground.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, the surface doesn't belong to them.
I'll give it a look.
It's also, you have to understand, it's campy as all fuck.
Okay.
It is hyper violent, over sexualized, and hilarious, and really, really good. And I would say the same things about another one called Kill la Kill.
Not familiar with that one either.
Watch that too. It's fucking hilarious.
All right, I'll
Like,
give it a look. I'll
yeah.
give it a look. All right. We're a little over 2 hours now. I think it's time we moved on. Is there anything else you'd like to talk about tonight?
What did we miss? We missed 3 weeks worth of stuff, right? So
Yeah. The big
Is
thing was the
there,
second attempt on Trump's life, the exploding pagers. Oh, no, you know what? There's one more thing I want to share from X. One moment here. I saw this earlier. I didn't get to watch the whole thing, but I want to share it. This fucking nut bar.
my guy knows FLCL.
What's that?
Fox says Kill la Kill always felt like slightly toned down FLCL to me. I was like, he knows what FLCL is. Fucking weeb.
Yeah, I've heard of it. I can't remember what it stands for though.
Neither can I.
Did I hear your stomach just grumble?
Maybe.
You hungry?
A little bit.
All right, you gotta watch this.
Had a long day.
This is fucking disgusting. Again, this is from Libs of TikTok.
Oh, you're not sharing. You didn't share though.
Oh, this new fucking here. You know, put it in your back room. Put it in your green room. Sorry, guys. Here we are. I don't know if you've seen this yes or not. This was put up by Billboard Chris, fucking Canadian hero, and Canada needs more people like him.
I haven't seen it, but I'm already scared.
Oh, God damn it. Just watch.
.org. It's short for virtuous pedophiles. Not virtuous as in they're better than everyone because they're attracted to children, but virtuous like having moral standards and a sexual orientation that they have no control over, like the rest of us. Before you get all worked up, I'm talking about pedophilia, not child molestation or rape. Pedophilia is the sexual attraction to children. It's a paraphilia. There's a link to more information about it in the description. Videos I've made in the past explaining the kind of human diversity and development. Molestation and rape are different. These are abusive actions that often have nothing to do with attraction. Many child abusers are actually sexually attracted to adults, but they act out on children. Meaning you probably don't object to pedophiles because you're compassionate and rational, but you may loathe child molesters and rapists because they violate people. I personally try not to judge either. .org. It's short for virtuous
Try
pedophile.
not to judge either. Did you hear that last bit?
Yes.
I don't judge people who abuse children. And I don't judge pedophiles either. Well, we know where your moral standings lie. We know where your notion of virtuousness comes from. Being non-judgmental. That's what it's all predicated on. Just don't judge people. Don't judge anybody. Don't have fucking standards for behavior for your fellow man.
Do you know that meme of Jesus where they give him the wide eyes, looking shocked and disgusted? And it says, Gabriel, get the trumpets.
Where are we here? Killa. Okay. And otaku N-word. 2 more edibles. The bitch literally has psychopath. She solely does, eh? Fucking hell. Jamie get this part. This just drives me nuts that she's sitting there with this fucking grin on her face. And here's the thing. This is the thing about ideological possession. You can see the conviction in her eyes. She full on 100% believes this shit. She lives this shit. She loves this shit. And the fact that the last phrase out of her mouth was, I don't judge either. I try not to judge pedophiles and I try not to judge people who actually molest children. Are you fucking kidding me? Jesus Christ. They should have, you know how sometimes when they're doing like a longer clip, they'll fucking clip one of the highlights and put it at the very beginning? They should have taken that last little bit and put it at the very beginning and then play the whole fucking thing through again. So you're intrigued by, I try not to judge either. And then you go, okay, what is she not judging either? And then boom, you watch the whole thing and you realize she's talking about both child molesters and pedophiles. Sure, there might be some pedophiles who have a sick attraction to children. The virtuous ones are the ones who seek help, who immediately go, I have urges I don't feel comfortable with, and I need help with them. And they seek psychotherapy or medication or something to get that, to fucking fix that psychosis, right? The ones who self-report and say, look, I've got to do something because I know this is wrong and I've got something wrong with me. I don't know how many of those people are out there. My guess is not a lot of them. My guess is most of them are just sick fucks and try and justify it to themselves. You ever notice when you see the people who get caught, their immediate response is, I would never hurt a child. I love children. I would never hurt a child. Then why were you trying to meet a 6-year-old? Why are you trying to meet a fucking 12-year-old? You're a 48-year-old man. Why are you trying to meet a 12-year-old boy? To fucking talk? Give me a break.
The other thing that bugs me with what she says,
Shippers therapy,
is, oh, a sexual orientation over which you have no control. That's not a sexual orientation, motherfucker.
No, it isn't.
It absolutely is not. Right? Gay dudes like dudes. They find dudes sexy. They find dude parts sexy. Grown dudes parts. Okay? Like, pedophiles have what they refer to as an age of attraction. How the fuck can you know?
Well, she calls it a paraphilia. A paraphilia. So it's like a niche sexual fetish. So fetishes are okay. I guess fetishes that don't involve hurting fucking children or hurting other people. What if your fetish is sadism and you actually like fucking hurting people? Are you supposed to give that a pass? Sadism is a paraphilia, but it's not a good one. You know, the only paraphilia that I think is, you know, probably okay is people who like to fucking pop balloons with their asses. That's pretty fucking tame. You know, those chicks who sit on fucking balloons and pop them, and then the guys like jerk off to it because for whatever reason it drives them, it titillates them.
I didn't know about that. I knew about the pies, though.
Oh, farting and sitting on pies and shit?
Yeah, yeah.
Wood chipper's too messy. Use showers. Trust German engineer. So I just tuned in. It sounded like you were scolding Irving for being a como. A como? What's a como? A child homo? No, we're talking about this psycho on X.
If I was a chomo,
what's the
wouldn't
fucking
I
chomo?
deserve scolding?
What's a chomo? No, we're Ajax. We're talking about this virtual verped.org, which is a site dedicated to virtuous pedophiles, if there's such a thing. And the psycho in this fucking video, she just talked about how, you know, it's just a sexual orientation. They can't control it. And, you know, they would never actually hurt people. It's just an attraction. It's completely different from child molesters and abusers. And at the very end, she goes, I try not to judge either. I try not to judge the fucking pedophiles. I try not to judge the people who fucking hurt children and abuse children. I just don't like judging people. That's why pedophiles are virtuous. We don't have to judge them.
We need to start a new country, man.
Oh God. Como is a child. Oh, okay. All right.
Got to start a new country.
You know what's really weird? In places like Norway and Sweden and fucking some of the Nordic countries, for the longest time, fucking child abuse material was illegal. You could buy it in a fucking shop. Like into the 60s. You could buy this shit in fucking corner grocery stores. They had magazines of naked children.
What the fuck?
Yep. It wasn't until the 60s that they fucking banned and got rid of it. It's fucking messed up.
Well, now we have Pornhub, so
Yeah, but no, the thing is, what I'm saying is, they used to legally believe it was okay for adults to fucking rub one out to naked kids frolicking.
see again. Until what, the 70s or the 80s, the page 3 girl in Britain topless was 16.
Oh, really?
Every
I didn't
time
know
she was
that.
16, yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought they were always adult women.
No, but I mean, like, also the legal age for drinking was 16 at the time, right? So it's like you just couldn't vote, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. In any event, I had no idea. I remember we had the Sunshine Girl. Were you around when the Sunshine Girl was a thing?
Oh yeah,
Yeah. It was page 3 for the longest time. And
yeah,
then
but
they
she was never topless.
No, she was just a chick in a bikini, or sometimes workout clothes. But she was generally a pretty lady. And they were typically, younger women, but they were women. They were 18 to 21 typically.
Yeah,
And then they started bringing in ugly chicks, and they moved it from page 3 to the back.
yeah.
And then like the chicks got gradually fucking uglier and more body positivity fucking shaped. And it was like, you're like, well, fucking, why are we even buying this paper anymore? See, I worked at a gas station when the Toronto Sun was out, and we had a Sun, like one of those Sun shelves in our fucking store inside the gas station. And they come and they drop off a bunch of fucking Sunshine Toronto Suns, and they put like 6 or 7 around. And like every morning, people would come in to buy their smokes. They'd flip the first page and see what the Sunshine Girl looked like.
Pardon me.
Yeah. Every morning, people come and buy their smokes, and as they walk by the little pile of fucking newspapers, they flip the page, see what the page 3 girl looked like, and then they close it, and then they fucking go buy their smokes, and then they leave.
Yeah,
those are good old days when a pack of smokes was less than $5.
$3.35.
I think when I started smoking, it was $3.25 or something. That's $2.75 or $3.25. And I remember everyone was going, "Gets to $5, I'm quitting." They raised the price to $5, I'm quitting. Now a pack of cigarettes in Canada costs $25. If you want a Demorier, which is like our premier brand, you pay $20-something at a gas station for a pack of fucking cigarettes. A pack, 25 cigarettes. That's $1 a cigarette. It's absolutely fucking insane in Canada.
Bucket dart, Jesus.
It's nuts.
That's the only reason that I find to watch the movie Dazed and Confused, is that you can see as they're walking from the convenience store, the sign on the window, cigarettes, 65 cents.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts, eh? You know what my dad told me? My dad told me when he was a kid, like he was like 8 or 9, right? When he's 8 or 9, they would go down to the fucking downtown Toronto. They lived in Toronto. They would go down to the local fucking cinema to watch cartoons, like watch fucking the matinees.
Yeah.
All the kids would go down. And there was a guy outside, like had a what do you call it? One of those newsstands. He had a newsstand.
Yeah.
He would sell cigarettes to the kids. 1 for a nickel. He'd sell them cigarettes. No, 2 for a nickel. It was 2 for a nickel. You could buy 2 cigarettes for a nickel from this guy. And he sold them to like fucking 10-year-olds. Because the kids would fucking watch the movie.
Yeah, but it probably wasn't illegal at the time either.
No, but nobody fucking went after him, right? And so they would go watch the movie, and when they're changing the reel, they'd be going outside, they'd go grab a couple cigarettes and fucking smoke, and then they go back inside, and they grab a couple more on their way out as they're fucking walking home. My dad said that he and his buddy, how you like this for a name? Frankie D'Ambroso was his fucking name. His name was Frankie D'Ambroso. He lived down the street on the same street as my dad. And they used to fucking walk along the gutters and hang out by the bus stops. So when people got on the bus and they threw their fucking cigarette in the gutter, they would pick them up and fucking smoke them on their way to school. I'm like, oh my God. Him and Frankie D'Ambroso. He told all these fucking stories about Frankie D'Ambroso. So funny. I hear the name and I'm like, oh my God, that can't be a real fucking guy. No, Frankie D'Ambroso.
It's a good name.
It is a good name. Good fucking
Really?
solid Italian American name. Anyway,
Frankie D'Ambroso and I used to buy Lucy's outside the matinees while we were watching cartoons.
you get 2 for a nickel. You can't beat that. It's a good fucking deal. Well, you show me where you get 2 cigarettes for a nickel today. You can't do that no more. I remember when they used to sell the 5-packs. Do you remember the 5-packs?
No.
So you could buy, typically you buy a pack of 20, a small, or a large, 25.
Yeah.
Well, for a while, DeMoray brought out 5-packs because maybe you don't want to buy a whole pack because you're just one of those people who just smokes when they go out for a drink with the girls or whatever, right? So the chick who doesn't smoke anytime except for when she's out with the girls and she's happened to go into the fucking bar with her friends tonight, so she gets a 5-pack because she knows she's only going to smoke about 5 all night. That was the marketing. You don't maybe need a whole fucking pack because you're a casual smoker. The reality was kids were buying them because they were fucking cheap. A high school student couldn't afford a pack of cigarettes because they were up at $5.75 at that point. And most kids in where I went to school, they didn't have a fucking job. So if they wanted cigarettes, they either had to steal them, bum them off somebody who bought them, or they would, fucking, I guess, roll their own or something. So the 5-pack was brought out so you could buy a pack of cigarettes. 5 cigarettes I think it was only like $1.25. Everybody had a fucking dollar in their pocket, so you could get a pack of cigarettes. And then they quickly stopped that because it was being exploited by kids.
Fuck. Well, it doesn't matter anymore because the tobacco companies have control of all the food companies. So
That's true. That's true.
Yep.
Was it Rothman, Benson, and Hedges? Is it Rothman, Benson, and Hedges that owns Kraft? Or no,
or is it Pall Mall?
Pall Mall. Is it Pall Mall? Marlboro? Whatever. Whoever owns fucking Marlboro owns fucking Kraft.
Okay. That's not Pall Mall, I don't think.
Is it Winston? I don't know. One of the big fucking tobacco companies in the United States owns Kraft. Yeah.
That's funny that the American one owns the Canadian company.
Hey, Irving Pox is making a Marchmas song with that tool now. Well, why aren't you making it, Six? Marchmas is your thing.
Oh, because
Pox. Philip Morris. That's it.
Philip Morris. Yeah, okay.
Paul Malls. Yes, that's right. Philip Morris made Paul Malls. That's right.
Wait, but isn't Pall Mall the...
I think Pall Mall was a brand from Philip Morris.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but in any event, Philip Morris made Marlboro too, I believe.
Because no, Rothman's is Pall Mall and DeMaurier is Pall Mall. I think Pall Mall's the parent company.
Oh, I thought Rothman, Benson, and Hedges was the parent company.
No, I think Benson and Hedges might be a third company.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't smoke anymore. I quit that shit. You should too. But I don't want to be preachy.
Seems unlikely.
Hey, man, you'll do what you got to do. All right. I think it's time we moved on, sir. It's time we moved on to everyone's favorite. No one tells jokes anymore. You have a joke for us to see? I have one.
Yeah.
Do you have one?
Oh, if you've actually got one prepped, that means it's going to be good. So I'll tell you this shitty one that I had in my head.
You want to hear that? Okay, so tell me yours first.
Yeah. Okay. So guy he's visiting his cousin at a farm, and he notices that there's this pig. He's in the house. He's got 3 legs. Right. It's like, what's going on with this 3-legged pig? He says, "Oh, this pig. You should know about this pig. This pig is fucking just incredible. saw the neighbor's house was on fire and knew the kids were inside, and he ran into that house and he grabbed the kids and he dragged them out. And it's like, oh wow, did he get burned in the fire? That's how he lost the leg? No, he was fine. Oh well, what's up with this pig? You keep him in the house. He's got 3 legs. Oh, this pig is incredible. One time I was walking him down downtown just to show him off, and there was a bank robbery, and he just dove into the bank and attacked the bank robber and brought him to the ground, disarmed him, held him until the police came. And what, did he get shot and that's how he lost the leg? No, he's fine. He's just an incredible pig. It's like, well, how the fuck did he lose the leg? Son, a pig like that you don't eat all at one time.
I've heard that one. That's great. Great joke. Great joke. All right, I'll tell you my joke. I'll try and do it with voices too. I'm a little high, so bear with me. So down in Boca Raton, Florida. Boca Raton's in Florida, right? Yeah. Boca Raton, Florida. There's an old Jewish fella. He meets another old Jewish fella who just moved into their little retirement community there. And they share their pleasantries. They give their blessings to one another, being of the same faith. And the one guy says, "So, tell me a story. What's up with you? What line of work were you in?" And the guy says, "Well, I own a steel company for years. I was a magnate who had lots of steel, made millions of dollars with the steel company. One day there was a fire, and fire just burned everything down. And looked at the cost and benefit of rebuilding, and you know what? The insurance company, they just came with me with a big check for multi-million dollars, and I'm like, too good to pass up. I'm an older man. I figure, fine, I'll take the money. I'll retire." And he said, "What about you? What line of work were you in?" He's like, "It's funny you ask, because I also had a manufacturing business. I did upholstery for years, and one day, it was over there on the coast, and there was a hurricane, and the hurricane just destroyed my factory, and it was completely obliterated. All the looms, everything was just destroyed. And again, the insurance company comes to me, and this is, well, here, we'll give you these millions of dollars, and there you go." And I took it. I said, "I got to retire. Millions of dollars, I may as well." And the guy says, "Isn't that a coincidence? That's something. Your factory gets burned down with a fire. My factory destroyed with a hurricane." I said, "Yeah, that's very odd." And he says, "How do you start a hurricane?"
Oh, Jew.
Shit. My folks used to live in Boca Raton. There you go. Yeah, I knew it was in it's in the Florida Keys, if I'm not mistaken. I believe.
Couldn't tell you.
Anyway. Folks, that's going to do it for us tonight, I think. I've had a great time chatting with my good friend Irving Twin. I hope you all had a good time. We're going to get back on a regular schedule. I think next week will be Casual AF with you, Mr. Twin.
It will be.
All right. So join us on Irving Twin's channel next Saturday night, roughly the same time, around 10, for Casual AF. And I thank you all for being here. If you're not currently subscribed, please do. And tell all your friends about the wonderful, uproarious laughter you had on this channel watching this live stream with your two gracious and handsome hosts, Craig Bragg and Irving Twin. And I hope you all have yourselves a great weekend. And with that, I bid you adieu.
Hail Sigmar.